Hey Leo, it's your honest homegirl ᴇᴏᴜᴜᴜ, and this is your intuitive timeless reading. So when you see this reading is for you. Take heed to what resonates with you. Everything else, leave it for another healing homie, okay? Because everything may not be for you, right? Now, before I get into your reading, we're going to do some intuitive messages. So Leo, you guys have been actively working, okay? You've been working at your job. You've been working hard there. You've been working on your image. You've been working on your self-esteem. You've been working. And I feel like there's still something there's something missing still, or you feel like there's something that you need to do, and there still is a lesson that you need to learn, okay? But Spirit's been asking you to pay attention, okay? Because there's been something that has been repeatedly showing up in your life that you keep missing it. I don't know if you just want to be Ray Charles to it on purpose, or you're just missing it because you've been too busy and haven't been sitting still, and you've been too busy working on things that you are missing the bigger picture. Sometimes it's okay to rest. Sometimes it's okay to stand still for a second, especially if you know you've been ongoing, working, and been on go. There's a difference between being stagnant and being still, okay? Those that have been putting in the work, working hard, it's okay to be still sometimes, all right? You know when you're stagnant, when you over there just can't get nothing done, you unmotivated in the whole nine. That's a different type of energy, and you're just stuck in one place. I feel like you guys have been working too much to the point that you're missing the bigger picture. It's okay sometimes to just enjoy life. It's okay sometimes to not focus on your thoughts and how you're feeling inside. And you know, sometimes you have to have that balance, okay? You actively work on yourself, yes, but you also have to take breaks. You also have to rest your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit, okay? Even with your body taking breaks, as far as, you know, doing a detox for 3 days or 7 days or whatever the case may be, so that your body could take a break, so that it could rid itself of all the things that's been backed up in it. And the same thing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Sometimes you just got to sit still and let the chips fall where they lay. Now, some of you guys, this karmic lesson that you're going through, I don't like using the word karmic because it's tied to toxicity, and that's not always the case, because there could be good people that are just not good for you. Not to say that the person is a bad person. It's just a simple fact that you're probably using this person as a clutch. You have an unhealthy attachment to this person. You may be seeking validation or something from a person, place, or a thing that is no longer aligned with you. It doesn't mean that the person is a bad person. This person could be your mom, your dad, your brother, your friend. You just have an unhealthy attachment to somebody, or you may use this person as a clutch where this person may need to leave out of your life in order for you to really figure out what it is that you need to figure out. And it's probably you growing up. You know, if you depend on somebody a little too much, Spirit will remove that person so that you can learn to depend on yourself. Okay? And see, you've been divinely guided to kind of realize that there's going to always be this emotional roller coaster. There's always going to be these ups and downs. There's always going to be good and bad. There's always going to be a time when you can celebrate and a time for you not to celebrate. But you have to pay attention, okay? You have to pay attention. There's something that is like an up and down energy, a push and pull energy between you and a particular person, place, or thing. You may want to take a better look. For some of you, this person drives a red car. This person drives one of those muscle cars, like a Mustang, or I'm hearing Ferrari. Or they may want a Ferrari. But there was a Charger or something like that, okay? But you need to pay attention. And when you see the signs, ask yourself, how do you feel inside? How does this person make you feel? How does this place make you feel? Because how you feel, your inner guidance, how you feel is your intuition telling you, hey, something is wrong, something is right, something is a little off, or whatever the case may be. But you have to use those small indications as signs as well. Okay, so for some of you, you may already know what this karmic lesson is, and you're like full force working hard to get through it. And you know that you've been divinely guided to get through this and heal through this. But you know, while you're healing, you're going to go through the ups and the downs. It's just, even when you're going through the downs, still make sure you stay aware. It's one thing to accept, okay, today I'm not feeling too great. Hasn't been the best day, but I'm still going to show up for myself, whether that's showing up for yourself by getting the proper rest and staying still, whether that's you meditating, or you journaling, or you doing something for yourself that day. Even if you don't have a great day, you're still showing up for yourself somehow, some way. For some of you, it's just literally you getting out of the bed and opening them windows. Okay. And that's showing up for yourself to get some fresh air, some fresh energy into your home. You may not have been able to get out of the bed for 3 days, but you got out of the bed today, and I'm proud of you. Okay. So let's get into your reading, Leo. I didn't realize I did 6 minutes of that. So we have butterflies popping up. Butterflies definitely mean transformation. Okay. You guys are needing to seek balance. Okay. You seeking your intuition, grounding yourself enough to follow your intuition, to follow that inner guidance. For some of you guys, this is definitely a balance that you're seeking in a partnership. But for some of you, this partnership is an up and down partnership, and that may be the person that's a lesson that you need to learn, because like I said, this person could be a good person overall. It's just that they don't align with you anymore. We're in 2022, and this is the year of alignment. Anything that is no longer for you, aligned in your path, for your highest good, you're going to have to learn these lessons the hard way, some of us, and some of us are going to learn the lessons the easy way by paying attention. For some of you, is a partnership that is karmic for you. And the partnership does not have to be love. This partnership could be business. This could be friendship. This could be co-workers. This could be any type of partnership. Okay? Shoot, this could be a partnership with yourself. If you know you ain't dealing with nobody, this could be a partnership between your higher self and your lower self. And it's like, it's time for you to let your lower self go. It's time for a change. You got to learn how to utilize your lower self to benefit you, not to take over your life. Now, if you have to defend yourself, that's different. That's low vibrational energy. You having to fight or having to sit there and argue with somebody or something like that, or tell somebody off. That's you utilizing your lower self to protect yourself, not your lower self having you self-sabotage yourself. You get what I'm saying? So whatever the partnership is, there needs to be balance there. Even if that balance is you letting that person go so that you can have balance and they can seek balance. Because I feel like once you start using your intuition, once you start seeing things for what they are, okay, within this partnership, luck will come your way. Okay, some of you may be feeling like you lost your luck. Well, it could be because you're imbalanced within yourself. There's an imbalance in the relationship. Okay, you're not using your intuition, because if you used your intuition, you would be saving yourself from things. You'd be aware. Yeah, see, for some of you guys, it's you're emotionally tied to this. It's something that you truly love, something that you don't want to let go of. The thing is, it comes a point in time when you have to be self-sufficient. It comes a time when you have to literally do what is necessary for you without anyone's help, without anyone's influence. I might title your reading No Influence. Yeah, somebody you dealing with got a muscle car and they be driving past your house back and forth, stopping, looking in your windows. Be mindful of that too. You may have a stalker on your hands, okay? And this stalker may be trying to block your blessings or throw you off, and so that you don't use your intuition when it comes to them, okay? This person may be working hard to keep you in their life, and you know it's not right because of the up and down energy, the push and pull energy with this person. For some of you guys, this could literally be a family member where it's time for you to part ways. Okay, it's time for you to go on your own, them to go on their own. Doesn't mean that you can't love them from a distance, still talk to them and things like that. But if you're utilizing them as a crutch, something that you can always fall back on, and it's not yourself, it may be time for you to sit there and let that attachment go in a healthy way. Not to say that you got to cut the person off, no, because you deeply care about these people. Now, say if it's a family member, right? A mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a cousin, and that person was always your go-to person. That was your Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. You were utilizing them as a crutch when you didn't want to show up for yourself. You knew that that person would show up for you. No. Spirit's like, no. It's time for you to seek that within you. There's nothing wrong with you loving these people. It's just a simple fact that it's in an unhealthy way. You can't fall. It's you. You got to show up for you. You got to fall back on you. Okay? For a lot of you guys, once you seek balance within yourself, so much luck, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to love of self and your self-esteem, the balance is what is needed to bring this into your life. So you may be needing to learn how to work on balancing out your lower and higher energies, where you're at this place where you know when to act up and you know when not to act up. Okay, you know when to say certain things, and you know when not to say certain things, because it's not necessary. But the more you follow your intuition, the more you seek that balance within yourself with your masculine and feminine energies, that's when luck comes your way. You want to be grounded. Yeah, see, but you have to decide. I got to put the cards this way so that you can see how I'm seeing it. You have to make the decision to either stay on that hamster wheel, keep utilizing those crutches, or are you going to decide to take the hard road and learn how to show up for self? Learn how to work hard for self. Are you going to sit there and decide to keep allowing others to influence your life, or are you going to influence your own life based on your own decisions because you've learned to master yourself? For some of you, you're deciding no more with the cycles. Some of you, you're deciding to continue with the cycles because you're just not ready to deal with the mental and emotional healing that comes along with ending cycles with people. And the thing is, that's okay too, because guess what? It may not be your time to learn how to heal from that. You may still have to learn some lessons before you can let that karmic energy go. Yeah, see, some of you guys are deciding to really figure out. Hold on, I gotta put cards the way I see them for you guys. See, you're deciding to do some soul searching. You're deciding to figure out what from your past has been hindering you and affecting your future and your present moment, okay? Some of you had some childhood traumas happen to you or occur to you when you were a baby, especially my men Leos. When you were a baby boy, something may have happened or occurred that impacted you in a major way. Whether it was a loss of a parent, whether it was like trauma where you may have had to get some type of surgery done, or there may have been some type of trauma during childbirth between you and the mom while you were being born. But I do see something from when you were a baby. There's something that you need to heal from. For some of you, something may have happened during the time when you were pregnant with your son. If you didn't know you were pregnant with a son, you definitely had a son within you, and This could have been something that traumatized you. You may not have been able to keep the baby, whichever way, if it was a choice or it wasn't by choice. Either way, this is something that you're realizing you haven't gotten over. Yeah, because these things even showed up in your adolescent years. And what it did was it turned you into a devious person. It turned you into a spiteful person. It may have turned you into someone that seek their lower selves and only cared about what they desired, whether it was good or bad for them. Okay, well, good or bad for you. So it's like something that happened to you when you were a child. It transferred over into your adolescent years, and then it even may have affected your young adulthood years. But now that you're an adult, you're realizing the cycle. You're realizing what keeps repeating itself and keeps showing up in your life. For some of you, it goes back to you paying attention to the signs, the repetitive signs that keep showing up, because if it keeps showing up, there's a lesson behind it, whether it's something you need to appreciate, if it's something that you need to fix and heal, something, if it's repeatedly showing up and repeatedly happening, you need to learn the lesson about it. A lot of you guys, it's definitely something that's no longer aligned with you, so that you can change that. Pay attention to the things that keep happening over and over again. Okay, for some of you, it's pure greed. You just wanting what you want when you want it, but sometimes the things that you want ain't for you. And that's when your intelligence come in. That's when your personal growth come in, and you got to ask yourself, do I really need this? And the thing is, I always tell myself too, because I used to have a bad habit of just wanting what I want when I wanted it, and I didn't care what it cost. I didn't care how I got it. Like, and it comes to a point when you have to ask yourself, do you have bigger goals? Do you have bigger dreams? I understand you like getting your nails done, your hair done, and looking good, and having the best clothes on, and things like that. But if you have bigger goals and bigger dreams, you gotta sacrifice something. For some of you, you have to know what it is that you want. Like those that have been putting in the work, it's okay for you to sit there and treat yourself. You just got to do things in moderation for some of you. For others of you, this could have been your mother, okay? Especially my men, it could have been your mother. Your mother could have been a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and she may have done something to you when you were a kid, because she wanted what she wanted when she wanted it, and it didn't matter if it hurt, harm, or injured you in any way, shape, or form. But it's time for you to step up. It's time for you to ask yourself, what is it that you truly want out of life? And sometimes you may have to sacrifice some of the things that your heart desires just for you to get to the next level. Doesn't mean you can't have it later on in life. It just means that you got to separate your needs from your wants, and your wants may have to be put on hold for a little bit. Not forever, though. For some of you, this is definitely financial, with their money. Okay. So if it's finances, then Leo, and it goes up and down, you got to sit there and see what it is that you are doing with your money. And that needs to change. You need to learn that lesson. You need to tell your lower self, listen, just because you want it don't mean you need to have it. Is there anything else, Divine Spirit, for Leo? If not, we'll go straight to your homegirl advice. Okay. See, you guys are thinking negatively about your new beginnings. Okay. You're thinking negatively about the infinite possibilities that could happen. See, things that you've normalized. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. I promise you, it ain't even in retrograde yet. And I'm over here stuttering. We're in the shadow periods of it though, because tomorrow I think Mercury goes retrograde. But you're not thinking on the lighter side of things when it comes to your new beginnings, when it comes to your independence. for those that, you know, are going to be out on their own. You may be worried about that, but the thing is, you need to learn how to be on your own. If you're leaving a relationship and it's been a while since you've been single, well, there's some lessons that you're going to learn about yourself being single. If you are, you know, you've been single for so long and it's time for you to go out there in the dating pool, you're thinking negatively about it. But guess what? There's some lessons that you need to learn in that phase, because you're going to need to balance yourself out and use your intuition and your discernment when it comes to dating other people. You need to see the red flags as you see them. That's why I encourage people to date. Never said sleep with. Date. A date doesn't even have to always be an expensive date. A date could literally be you two getting a hot dog and a soda in New York. Well, in New York City, you could get a hot dog and a soda and be walking around Central Park getting to know each other, or buy a pretzel or something. You know, and that could be a date. You guys could sit there and go skating. Skating costs what? $20 a person to go skating? You know, the movies. It doesn't always have to be an expensive ass date to get to know somebody. You literally could pack a picnic and go to the beach or to the park. You literally could find dates under $50. I don't want to hear that. Anybody that sit there and tell you they ain't got the money to sit there and take you out on a decent date, whether they male or female, they're lying to you, because people sit there and spend how much? Cigarettes cost how much in New York City? Like, come on. But you guys are scared of these new beginnings. But you have to sit there and have the willpower to change your perspective on this, because these new beginnings could be filled with joy or they could be filled with misery. It all depends on what you're trying to manifest. And if you're thinking negatively, Leo, these new beginnings are not going to feel good. But there may be some mental and emotional healing that needs to occur before you really just step out there. Then if you feel a little, you don't want to manifest something that's not even there yet. Okay? But you will manifest it if you believe it. Especially if you have a negative perception on these new beginnings. I look at new beginnings as a fresh start, a clean slate. But let's get some homegirl advice for my Leos. Okay, so it's mommy issues. Some of you have been using your mom as a clutch, holding on to her, and not letting her go. It's time for you to get off the nipple. I said niddle. It's time for you to be on your own. For some of you, these mommy issues, like I said, stem from when you were a child. You may have been abandoned. You may have been emotionally neglected. Your mom wasn't the mom that you needed as a child. Okay? But it's time that you heal this, because if you're an adult watching this, as you should be, because it's supposed to be 18 and over. Stop playing with me. It's time for you to mother yourself. It's time for you to heal whatever your mom did. It's time for you to forgive her so that you can move on with your life. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we have everything is crystal clear. So there's no need for me to continue with this. So actively work on that. Write down the things that keep triggering you, because especially when you're dealing with, say you're a male and you're dealing with females, it's something that you keep going through the same thing with the same females. Why? Because it's stemming down from your childhood traumas with your own mother. For others of you, it's something that if you're a female watching this, it's something that keeps going on between you and your mom. I mean, you and other females, that trickles down to your relationships with your friends that are females. If you date females or whatever the case may be, whatever childhood trauma that you had with your mother is showing up in your relationships with females now. So let's get a positive affirmation for my Leos. We have options. As I open the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts, like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. So when you look at this picture, there's like a cup full of everything. But if you don't see that you could choose anything that you want out there by you having a new beginning, a new clean slate, because that's what you've been working hard towards, or you need to be working hard towards, you having a clean slate. When you have a clean slate, you got all the options that there could be, all the possibilities that could be. You can just pick what it is that you want because you don't put in the work to get there. But you got to put in the work. And you have to think positively about these new beginnings, about these options that you're gonna have, especially like within the dating field and stuff like that. Baby, there is plenty of people out there. There is somebody for everybody, and everybody got multiple people out there that wants them. The thing is, you gotta level up your frequency so you can sit there and get somebody that's on your level. But you gotta have no influence, okay? No influence, and then see, pay attention, mother healing. So some of you guys, it's something definitely connected with your mother, all right? The thing is, what was I saying before that? Maybe Spirit didn't want me talking about it because I forgot about it. I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, no influence, okay? It's time for you to have your own influence, and not even the influence of your lower self, but your higher self, okay? Okay, your oracle message right here. It says, dream big, let go of small thoughts about yourself, see yourself succeeding. So no more negative thinking about the next phase in your life. It's okay to let things go so that you can get what it is that you want. You're going to always have to sacrifice something. But you deserve it. You deserve to be able to pick what it is that you want, okay? No, I don't want that. I want this. Tell God, bigger and better, God. Show me how good it can get, God, okay? Show me how good it could get. Now, that might just be your title for your reading, but I love you guys so much. I got to go because I have to do Cancer's reading. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at The Honest Homegirl. Mwah. Love you.